quick training about the engineering change notice form that you guys need to make sure that you don't have excess materials, so you don't have disconnects in how to preserve your data or your, let's say, system integrity in Sage or in whatever MRP you're using. So you go down in your intranet website. At the very bottom, we are placing all the training content. So there, you look for the engineering change notice order, click on here, and you're gonna be straight taken into your template. So I'm gonna basically all the instructions are here. I don't going to read them all. I want this be just quick explanation how this works. So basically, we're gonna this ECN engineering change basically is used to make sure that when you change a part number, a bill of materials, or a drawing, that process is smooth and every parties are notified, and also actions are taken to mitigate potential problems. Let's go to the straight to the form, and then we go back to this description of the form. So we go. You will have instructions in one tab. You can read them all. It's very simple. It's just telling you. Let me just go quick. Establish if it's a critical, major, or minor type of change, and in the bottom we explain what it is. If it's an A1 is critical, there is cost and schedule implications, and a new part number is necessary. That's the type A. Type A2 is a major change, but also has a cost and a schedule impacts, and design and engineering and supply chain and the vice president of operations needs to be aware of that. The A3 is a minor change, it's a running change. It won't generate excess or any problems on the schedule, so that needs to be classified like that. So and also another important part on this description is that the disposition of the materials. Some engineering changes imply that you continue using the material as is. Some other engineering changes require some rework, and some other engineering changes require that you scrap some material because it's a part substitution, an improvement, or maybe it was a liability or a safety issue in your products that you need to be scrapping, I don't know, some safeties or some rings or some sort of a hardware. So let's go straight to the form. If you go to this next template, I look it up so you have access all the time to the original form, but you have here an active form where you can start really generating your ECN. So the first thing to do is the requester fills in the date of this initiation of this engineering change request or notice, and then the approval department, in this case could be Tina, right? And then could be Mark or Cliff approving this engineering change. That's the goal of the continuous improvement quality leader that you hired, is to control these MPI or engineering changes in your system. So you establish the category that we discussed. You define the ECN number just to control it. You can put the date, your initials. Is a consecutive number where you will have control. My advice is that you keep it all in here in your intranet, so you will have at all times access to all the engineering changes, and you just continue adding tabs to this form and just copy this template to the next tabs. It's very simple. It's Excel 101. So you just do that. Let's go to the form. So you put what drawings, what part numbers are changing. In some companies, they use, what account, finance account is going to be impacted. Maybe this is and not apply for you. What drawings are affected? As I said, a part number is one thing. The drawing could be another thing. And from what revision changes from what revision to what revision. This is the before and after. Let me just use my pointer here. So you follow what I'm saying is. So this part here is that from what part number goes to what is the new part number, and then that way you start controlling revisions, right? And then what assemblies are affected by that. So you add here all the assemblies that are affected by that. Let's say that is a hardware change or pre-pack. Then what are all the let's say set part numbers that are affected by this change? That you need to put them here so everybody's aware what is going on. So you describe the change before and after. In this case, you need to explain what you change, a component, pre-pack, whatever it was, and then what is the new change, right? You describe more in detail, and you can add prints. This second tab here is basically a space where you can actually put drawings and whatever related to this ECN. The reason of the change, cost savings, could be safety, as I said. You need to explain that in the ECN. And then if you go down, this section here establishes what are the impacts on the quality or in the other departments. If the material is impacted, manufacturing is impacted, sales or installations. And I see a big important point in here, because you can actually add to your distribution the folks in installations that they need to be aware of a given change, the distributors, let's say. And then if you check these boxes with some impacts to some of these areas, then you need to put here what actions were taken to inform these parties of this entire ECN change, right? So that's where you put, let's say, the little plan that you did to make sure that everybody's informed and they are in the same page with you. So you will continue going down. This is a very interesting part of the ECN, where most companies that I know have opportunities. Because they don't do this. This is basically the financial impact analysis, and basically you are stating there what is the if there is some impacts on the procurement cycle, right? Lead time increments. If you need to take this position of some material that is on stock, completed or in progress, and then you say, okay, I can use it as it is, or I need to rework it, or I need to scrap it. And then you need to put here the impact in dollars of that. So this forces companies, and it will force you to do what I call is a last time build. So you mitigate this excess or this financial impact. That's very important. That you follow this form, so he will actually walk you through the process to communicate, implement, and assess financial impacts and mitigate those impacts. And then you continue down to understand more in detail what drawings are affected, more in detail. You break down, on top you put the generic numbers, and here, if you need to have changes, you establish what numbers from what revision to what revision, the title of the drawing, if it changes, to what revision, all this in detail. This form is actually used in automotive and medical industries, but I actually simplify it just with the minimum requirements. This form used to be like 4 pages long, so it's not an easy process, but this is the simplified version for you guys in Backyard. So the next part is the approval section. So the role of the manager, in this case the product design or engineering team, needs to be saying, hey, I approve this change, it's exactly how I am demanding it to be. And then the supply chain leader and operations needs to approve, and then Dave, the plant manager, or Mike, whomever it is in Backyard, needs to approve. You check these boxes or you reject these boxes. So sometimes my job as a plant manager, I run that position for more than 30 years. My job was just make sure that these impact analysis done correctly, that there is no other impacts on the drawings or in the safety or other areas in the organization. So it's very important. If it's an A1, this criticality, then the plant manager needs to be signing. And as I said, this is related to the criticality, right? Remember, if it's not impact, it's just engineering. If it's impact on the schedule or or cost, supply chain needs to be informed, and if it's all of them and it's critical to the company, the plant manager needs to be signing off. And then if you reject, you put the reason of the rejection, and the dates and the approval process. So I really think, guys, that you need this to be implemented, and I'll be happy to assist you in the implementation of this form. So I'll be sending you a note. You have this link, as I said, in your website, and you're ready to go. And I hope that this training was useful for you. See you next time, and see you soon, guys. Thank you.